Today at shopdap.com, we're going to be showing you how to install fog light grills on our B8.5 S4. Okay, so we're going to be installing these fog light grills on our B8.5 S4. As you can see, we have the bumper cover off. You may or may not be able to access this by going from under the vehicle. We are going to show you how to remove the front bumper cover real quickly so that you can access this, because we are going to be showing you with the bumper cover removed. It's possible that you may want to try to access it beforehand by doing it without the bumper cover off, depending on your level of comfort with removing the bumper cover itself. So we're going to be removing these, and we're replacing them with the black optic ones. You can see that these are the aluminum trim ones. We have already replaced the grill, which we also do have a DIY on as well. So if you want to swap these out, it's pretty easy to do so. And we'll link to the black optic ones in the description. And we have these aluminum ones, which are also pretty beat up because of the high mileage on this vehicle. So these should freshen up the front end. And let's proceed with our install. We can start much like we did in our other video where we showed you how to replace the grill by taking off this upper part right here and this one right here. Same deal, kind of pop them down and then pull them up. And as we get our last clip out, we lost it and jumped on us, but just pop up here, and now we can expose this upper area here. All right, now we're going to remove this upper hose here. This is just for the coolant return, but when we slide this assembly forward like here, it's going to put a little tension on here, so you don't want to break that. So you can just kind of wiggle that a little bit and pull that forward. You have to have that clip up like so, and then we're out. All right, now we're going to unplug our headlights. This is mostly just to relieve any tension you're going to have on this wiring when you slide this assembly forward. And so we're just going to push down on the clip right here. You just push down and then pull it backwards. Same over here. Push down and pull it backwards. Again, we have an intake on our car, so there's going to be an airbox assembly that may be in the way here that you may have to remove depending on your setup. And then we will need to take off these torx screws, the upper radiator support, but we're going to save that for later because we're going to go down below. Now we're going to drop our belly pan. This is going to allow everything to separate here, so we're just going to leave. I'm going to leave this last one here while we take off the rest of these so the rear doesn't drop on us. And these are what I call half turns. They're not really half turns, but they're not really full screws either. And as I've mentioned in the past, these are extremely expensive screws, so if you lose them, you will regret it. We will link to them in the description where you can check them out, but I advise not to lose them because I think they're $4 or $5 a screw. All right, take our last one down, and we can slide this out of the way. All right, now we're going to take our torque screws off. These hold the bumper cover to the radiator itself. And we put them in our magnetic tray. This should be loose down here, but we're going to need to remove them from the fender liners over here. Okay, so now we are going to take our wheel off so that we can access our fender liner. So obviously we have aftermarket wheels on here, and you may not, but we're going to remove this, and then you can access your fender liner. And we're just going to take these torques out real quick. Now we're going to access this clip right here. These things can be kind of a pain. So basically what you do is there's the end here where it slides in the opposite direction. You have to kind of pry it up to get it over that edge and then slide it forward. Usually they'll go flying once you get it over. And let's see if we can successfully do it. Now, we should be able to pull this away and access what we need to. Okay, so we are going to be removing our 10 millimeters here. And then under here as well. You don't need to take them off all the way. You really just need to loosen it so that bracket can be free to move, but in this case, we're going to take it out of the way. Okay, now we're going to get this 10mm up here, and this holds the bumper cover up, and it's going to look similar on the other side as well. We should be able to pull down this bracket and then pop this bumper cover off. All right, now this side is loose and we can proceed. Now we're going to remove our torque screws right here at the upper part of the grill. And this should be the last thing holding our bumper cover on to allow us to move forward. We will have some electrical connectors here, so we can pop these off so we don't have a problem. Is pop this sensor out of place and then just lay it inside for now. Now we're going to slide our bumper cover off and just make sure we're out here. And move this out of place. Yeah. Someone forgot to unplug the fog lights. I'm not going to mention who it is. The name rhymes with Paul. All right, so what we're going to be doing is removing our grill here, and you can see the fog light and bumper kind of are built in here, and the grill pops out the front. So you may be able to access this by either loosening some stuff or maybe trying to finagle your hands underneath. You're going to have a hard time seeing all these clips that go around here to access. But what you're going to do is take like a screwdriver like this one, kind of pop it, and then push that clip around. As you can see, we've kind of loosened some of this stuff, and we're going to pop this one forward. Now, once you get them loose, they'll pop forward like that, and then they're really easy to get in and out. The other side, you're going to see we struggle a little more when we haven't loosened it already. Now, we're going to take off this side here and just get our small flathead in or a pick and then kind of push it forward. So really what you want to do is kind of dig this in towards it, and then once you get it past the lip here, just kind of apply a little bit of pressure and it'll push forward like that. And bumper cover's gonna move on us a little bit. You can see as you work it around, you'll see it starts to kind of loosen up. And now once we get this forward half here done, you can kind of just push and it'll fall through the front. All right, now we're gonna do the passenger side first. You take these two nubs right here and then slide them into the bumper cover, and you can kind of see there's a cutout for the trim there, and then we can slide this in place. Now, I'm just going to push and try to get these popped in place, and then we're going to get on the back side so you can see what it's going to look like back there. All right, so when you push back here, you can see that these clips are not really getting where they need to be. So the top ones seem to be the biggest culprit, so I'm going to work on getting them, as you can see, all the way in there, and then all the way in there. And you want to kind of hear them clip in, and that is now firmly in place, and we can go to our other side. And same deal on this side, slide that in place and pop them in. We're going to try to shoot for getting these top ones first because they seem to be the ones that don't really want to snap in, and then we can work on the bottom ones. There we go. And we are all set there. Now we are going to reinstall our bumper and show you some shots of our post-install. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more like it.